Good afternoon. It is Sunday, the 27th of November, 2022. It's been a while. Right, so today I wanted to come on and do a reading about what we might expect in December. The message that I've got today is that there's something about, definitely something about natural law and man-made law. It's almost like a battle between natural law and man-made law. Now, I can think of many things that could be. I'm not going to say it on here because I could possibly get a strike for that. But if what do I mean by natural law? Natural law is the laws of the universe. There is a book called the Kybalion that goes through the laws of the universe. So, as above, so below, as below, so above. There's all that. There's a law of gender. There's a law of exchange. There are many natural laws. And when we as human beings start to become arrogant enough to think that we can bend those natural laws, we find ourselves in conflict with the universe. And I believe that is what is happening right now, why we are experiencing so much chaos. Just like any other animal, plant, any other bird, fish, creepy crawly, whatever you want to say, we belong to those natural laws. We are also a mammal, we're also animals, and those natural laws, we are not above those natural laws. So when we're trying to defy natural law, we will find ourselves coming up against it. There's something about unrest. There's something about coming to the realization that, how do I put it? Coming to the realization that maybe some of the things that we've been allowed ourselves to be swept along with have taken us to a place where we no longer want to reside. There's so much going on in the world right now. Much of it you will not see on the morning or the evening news. If we take China, for instance, China at the moment is locking down their citizens at an alarming rate for a very small amount of infections, pandemic infections. But the worm is starting to turn because the Chinese government has not played ball and has not allowed their citizens to actively participate in life that is in line with natural law. And a lot of those citizens, many citizens in different provinces, are now fighting back. Whether they will be successful or not is a different matter. We've got stuff going on in Brazil, we've got stuff going on in Ukraine and Russia, we've got stuff going on in the Middle East, we've got stuff going on in the US, we've got stuff going on in the UK, in Europe. And there is an unnatural level of control being played out at the moment, and I do think that from what I can gather from my messages today, that that's not going to continue for much longer, because the truth will out. However, many people will align themselves with those unnatural laws in order to maintain a quiet life, in order to go back in time, revisit where we've come from, rethink our strategies, and put ourselves on a better trajectory. More and more people need to wake up, and more people are needed to wake up. More and more people are needed to remove the film from their eyes and allow themselves to see. And I think that people who follow me on this channel, albeit not many people follow me on this channel, will know what I'm talking about. Now, unnatural law. The female of the species give birth and nurture children. That will remain very, very important. The nurturing, the protection of children. I don't know where this is coming from, but I do know that these words are coming out of my mouth. I don't really know what I've said, but I do know that what I'm saying right now is guided. It's not coming from my mind or my, they're not my words, although it's me speaking. These words are guided, and we have the Ace of Earth. Now, I think we had this one last time. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Earth. It's the beginning of something. It's about security. It's about new security, new safety. I think in this instance, it's about going back over time to revisit some of the decisions we've made as individuals and as collective, as in terms of community, countries, continents even. It's about rectifying mistakes. It's about being able to be big enough to understand, to be willing to understand that some of the things that we are doing individually and collectively and globally are not in alignment with natural law. We could look at farming, for instance, where farming at the moment is in the process of being totally changed and more or less in the hands of very few large corporations. Farming is regulated to the nth degree, uses a lot of chemicals, is large scale. Some of the things that farms produce can be detrimental to the earth, to us, and other wildlife. It's about being more mindful on an individual level, but also on a more global level. Let's have another card. And then we've got the Five of Earth in reverse. The Five of Earth in reverse. The Five of Earth, Five of Pentacles, if you like, usually talks about scarcity, not enough money, not enough food, poverty. In reverse, it's not necessarily a worry. This is not a worry right now, and we know it's not a worry right now. I think many people around the world are seeing prices increase, experiencing not being able to pay their bills as well as they used to. Some people just cannot afford to pay their bills and eat at the same time. So we're talking about scarcity, we're talking about security versus scarcity. But because it's reversed, it's resources aren't as scarce as it might look on the surface. It's the distribution of those resources that are what's driving the issue. Is some country, I mean, I don't know, you can let me know in the comments, is there a country somewhere that is stockpiling resources? And I'm thinking food. I mean, we know Russia's got a lot of gas, but I don't believe they'd be stockpiling that gas if there wasn't so much hostility towards Russia right now. I think this is about, yeah, I do. I think this is about admitting defeat, swallowing pride, and coming to some sort of resolution. I think we might see the beginnings of a resolution in the west of Europe, in the east of Europe. So sorry, I think we are coming to a resolution. I think we're going to get to a point where there will be resolutions made between Europe, the rest of the world, and Russia. And the next card we've got is the Star card. We've had this card, Ace of Earth, in a different deck, and the Star card in a different deck last time. This is about healing, making things right, becoming more optimistic, having positive communication. I think there's going to be some talks between the West and Russia and the Ukraine, or any other country that produces food for the rest of the world. I think there's going to be some positive talks, some healing, making steps towards healing. Let me get a different deck. What shall we have? That, by the way, is Angel Tarot Cards by Radley Valentine. I'm going to look at Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrin Veltstein. I always want to call it Tarot of Mystical Mermaids. I think I've probably said it in one or two of my videos in the past, but you know, just excuse me. So let's clarify. What is natural law versus man-made or human law all about? I do know that I believe on the 8th, at least for the UK, we will be embarking upon a full moon. And I do know that full moons are culminations, endings, putting things to bed. I'm wondering if there's going to be some beginnings of international talks to resolve issues before we end up in civil unrest, because I do think we're heading towards civil unrest. There is civil unrest at the moment in Brazil. There is civil unrest at the moment in China. There is civil unrest in France. I believe there's some civil unrest in Germany. I don't think it'll be long before there is some sort of civil unrest in the UK. People have had enough for all manner of different reasons. So let's have a look. What is this civil unrest versus, what is natural law versus human law all about? We've got two. Let's have a look. What are they? We've got death and the King of Swords. Death. Oh. This almost feels like we are getting to the end of this now. Like there's nothing else left to lose. This woman's rib cage is being exposed. It's almost like you can see everything I have. Maybe this has something to do with digital ID, where we will all be exposed, though, you know, the powers that be will know everything about us, from everything we spend our money on, to everything we earn, to every place we go, to everything we eat. We're bearing all, but this is a death card, so it's like there's going to be a stop put to it. I think there will be a stop put to rolling out a system that will ensure that we have to bear everything we've got to a few. And then there's the King of Swords. This is someone with insight, someone or a body or a organisation or a person even, who is very precise, very decisive. This is about taking decisive action. And if you look, the crow or the blackbird is poking out one of his eyes. Only half of the story is being told. Only half of the story is being told. Right, thank you. Or maybe we are taking some sort of decisive action based on only half of the story. But that will be at an end, because the other half of the story will be revealed. Can I have another one, please? What's this half the story all about? Okay, what we got? Nine of Swords. Oh God, here we go. Nine of Swords is usually the card for anxiety, but this card is showing me eyes. There's eyes watching everything. We have eyes watching our every move. I'll hold that thought until I'm going to go and do another card, because I'm going to hold that thought. What's that? Chariot. I had the Chariot last time. Chariot. The eyes of the world. The eyes of the world. Okay. This person is arrogant. This is a decisive, I can't say cutting, but makes some very, very, well, I'm trying to think of the word. You know, when you make, pretend you're a boss in a company and you need to make, I don't know, you've got 10 staff and you need to make 3 redundant, and you don't think twice about which 3 you're going to slice out of that workforce. This is very much this kind of person. The eyes of the world are watching this person. Who is making very slow moves. Let's put them in order. Yeah, the eyes are watching this person. There's some eyes watching this person. The eyes of the world are watching this person while this person watches our every move. This might not be one person. This could be a company, a government. It could be a president, a prime minister. It could be anything like that. Let me know if it makes any sense to you, because at the moment this isn't making any sense to me. The eyes of the world are watching this person while this person watches every move we make. And will be able to watch us moving slowly away, because we'll be moving away from man-made law back to natural law. You see, the thing is, none of us succeeds if we all don't succeed. Okay. And we have a Page of Swords. Pages are messengers. Swords are about the mental realm. This is... what will change this is a mindset change. The change back to a young mindset, but one based on education, one based on facts, science, real facts. But there's a time limit. We're on a time limit. We're almost on a time limit. It's like when all those, we call these dandelion seeds fairies. When all these fairies have gone, the time's up. And all it takes is a gust of wind in the wrong direction to lose all of your fairies. Yeah, it's about a new mindset. These books are old books. These books have been written before, but we've left them behind. We've forgotten about them because we've written new books based on the laws, natural laws that we want to see, rather than the real law of nature. That's really interesting. It's really interesting. Really, really interesting. I don't know whether to do a wisdom of the oracle actually. Shall we? Shall we? Yeah, let's do a wisdom of the oracle. Please let me know if this makes absolutely no sense, or if anything I've said makes some sense, even if it's cryptic. I think it might be pretty cryptic, but it's to do with the philosophies, the ideologies that we have adopted in recent times that go against natural law. The things that go against natural law. It's like when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because the people were going against the order, the natural order of things. When God flooded the earth, because the people were going against the natural order of things. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai to find that the slaves out of Egypt had created idols, they'd gone against the natural order of things. It's like something's coming to a head because we are going against the natural order of things. Let's have a wisdom of the oracle. And you will be pleased to know I have had my eyes tested. And if I need to, I've got my specs here. Woohoo! I probably look really, really daft in them, but I don't care because I can't read. Can't read anything without them. I didn't realise just how blind I had to become. Come on, a wisdom of the oracle, please. Why are you sticking together? There we go. We get this a lot. Regeneration. 46, number 10. 10 is about endings, culminations. If you look on this picture here, this is a tree that has been burnt down. But there are leaves growing on it again. It has died away to come back. It's like we're going to have to scrap a lot of shit, and we're going to have to go back to the beginning. But we're going back to where is it? We're going back to the old books. We're going back to the old books with a learned mind, with a fresh eye. Wow. Right, let's have a read of that then. Specs on Loobaloo. Let's have a look. 46. And it was in the upright as well, so 46. It's marvellous if I can actually read it. Regeneration. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. For those who are interested in relationships, this is your relationship message. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. And your prosperity message. What happens when it appears you've failed at something? Do you see the beauty in the lesson? The understanding that arises from difficulties is like a seed that lies dormant for a time. Then, once it germinates in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It is becoming apparent that there is a new you, a new start, a more powerful version and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. Now is one of those times when out of seeming loss and failure comes remarkable abundance. Do not dwell on the past, because you really are experiencing a rebirth. Right, now that is telling me that there is a massive importance right now on manifesting what it is that you really want in your life. So if, say, you want, I don't know, for instance, a new job, for instance, if you're wanting a new job, if you're imagining you not being able to get that job because you're not having the confidence, you won't get the job. Whatever it is that you're wanting in your life right now, you have to be in the mindset that you already have it and be grateful for that. And yes, people will think you're crazy when you tell them, I have the job of my dreams. I don't go there yet, but I've already got the job. They'll think you're absolutely off your head. But that is one of the ways of manifesting. You have to believe it. You have to be grateful for it before it's already here. There is a massive change coming, and I believe that by sort of 2/3 the way through November, all the outer planets will come out of being in retrograde and be back in forward movement. So I think something really, really, really alarming is what's happening right now. But around the corner is the chance to reverse the trajectory. And it has a lot to do with accepting that as human beings, we signed the contract to be a part of natural law. We can't defy death. When your number's up, your number's up. You can't defy thunderstorms and floods and fires. We're not that powerful. But we can keep ourselves in check. And as human beings, stick to the laws of nature. And then we won't go far wrong. As souls, we aren't by nature aggressive or warlike. As souls, we're all here, no matter whether you are winged, furred, four-legged, two-legged, many-legged, creepy-crawly, hairy or not. We're all here for an adventure. Right, but contract of that adventure is that we stay within the parameter of natural law. So let's have, oh, that was quickly. We're having a postcard from Spirit and then I'm getting off. And if this reading makes no sense, I won't be surprised. Right, so we've got, dearest you, dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can, as long as it's not used to manipulate others. The truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. As long as it is not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Here endeth the lesson. So, with that said, I hope this reading made some sense to at least some of you. If it did, can you please like and share? And if you feel like my readings are worth a subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe. At some point in the future, I am going to set up something for that buy me a coffee thing. When I do set it up, I will let you know. And any proceeds that go to that will be going to it's a hospice for children where I live in Sheffield in South Yorkshire, UK, for children who are dying of cancer, and the hospice is called Bluebell Wood. But right now I haven't figured out how to set it up. As soon as I do, I will let you know. Anyway, take care. I will do a full moon reading when it gets nearer to the full moon in the next few days. So see you soon. Take care. Ta-ra.